Greetings, Slackers. It's April 19th, 2017, and I'm over here on the CBC.ca with another article I'd like to share with you. And this is North Bay woman reveals step-by-step tactics of online romance scam costing her $35,000. Now, check this out. Here's what it goes on the state. Woman says she was taken in by the man's dating profile, which seemed genuine. A North Bay woman is still reeling after losing over $30,000 to a man she met on Plenty of Fish, an online dating site. CBC Sudbury agreed not to publish the woman's name. In an interview with CBC's Morning North, she described how she was lured in and the pitfalls of believing everything you see in an online profile. It started when she uploaded her profile to Plenty of Fish. Quote, "The online dating site tells you to be honest, to write a genuine dating profile," she said. Quote, "The more you put about yourself, the better the chances of meeting a quality person." Within a day, a man made contact. His profile said he was an avionics technician who had gone through a recent divorce. She said the man seemed genuine. She was taken with pictures he posted of himself and his professional demeanor. He was living in Vancouver, was well dressed, handsome, and displayed pictures of himself riding a bike. Quote, "The next day or two, I was starting to see high. He was approaching me slowly," she said. "On the third day, you're it." Quote, "Then on the third day, he decides that I'm it. I'm the chosen one," she said. Quote, "I'm the one he wants to spend the rest of his life with." Quote, "He used his charm," she said, and said now he was going to come and share his life with me. She said she was pulled in further when the man described his attachment to his daughter. He used his daughter, which I don't believe he has. His daughter was in school studying computer science in Houston, Texas. "I don't know. I just love kids. He got me there," she said. And then came the request for money. Quote, "He needed to send his daughter money. He said, 'I will deposit money into your account so that I can transfer it to Houston.' He didn't have time in Vancouver to transfer it to Houston, and she needed the money right away. She did notice deposits made into her bank account, but then she discovered the source of those deposits. Quote, "That's when I noticed the charges that he was depositing into my account were charged to my Visa," she said. "The first charge was $5,000, she said. The second was another $5,000. The third was for $9,000, followed by another $9,000. She estimates in total she lost over $30,000. That's when she told him." Quote, "Then he got confrontational and said the bank wouldn't help me," she said. "He said it was too late. It wasn't his mess, it was mine." Quote, "I went to the police immediately, and a constable came and met with me at my apartment. He said I was a victim of fraud." She also sat down with her bank manager, who walked her through the steps but was ultimately unable to help. The woman says the shock of the scam has left her feeling, quote, "non-existing and not capable of functioning." Quote, "I'm constantly crying," she said, "and I just stay at home. I'm totally ashamed and embarrassed I got myself into this situation," she said. "But I got sucked in royally into his deep concerns about his daughters. Emotionally, he got me, and I paid the price." Don't believe the profile. The woman who lives on a fixed income is now wondering how she is going to repay all the money. She says she has been selling her things just to get by. It's a trap she hopes others aren't tricked into. She offers some advice to people who are looking for romance online or have built up expectations around a mate's online persona. Quote, "First of all, don't believe the profile," she said. "And the minute they start controlling how you should do things and what to believe, the flag should go up," she said. Quote, "Everybody wants to be loved and wanted and feel like they belong. I don't want anybody to go through this ordeal I'm going through." Now, here's the deal about online dating sites, and I'm just going to scroll back up here to where she says, "The online dating site tells you to be honest, to write a genuine dating profile." She said, "The more you put about yourself, the better chances of meeting a quality person." Well, let me tell you why that's incorrect, and when you do so, you set yourself up for scammers who are looking for certain characteristics and certain patterns of behavior. And this is why you don't put out a whole bunch of information about yourself. It's an omission. An omission is, yes, a type of lie. But when it comes to online dating, there's really not a need to be so upfront and honest. You have to think about yourself first and protecting yourself. And this is the dangers of putting a lot of information out there about yourself. Yes, it will attract people who share a genuine interest in the things that you do. And keep in mind, your interests are separate from your About Me section. The About Me section is where you get to talk about yourself and give up your name and stuff like that, which I don't personally recommend. And here's why. The fewer details you give about yourself, the less a scammer has to fish on. And scammers are online all the time looking for victims. So this woman was clearly a victim. Issue number 2, it looks like she lacked the ability to say no. Now, in all my years of online dating, not once have I ever met someone who came out directly and asked me for money. And I've always thought to myself, I've heard of this happening to other people. If it happened to me, I would just flat out tell them no. And I don't understand why more people have a problem saying no, especially to people that you don't know. Okay, think about this for a second. Someone hits you up. They show interest in you. They give you a story. Oh, they tell you about their family member who's sick or something like that. Well, their family members or whatever situations they have going on in their life, that's their responsibility, not yours. You didn't give birth to the child. You're not part of the family. So again, I know this may sound kind of cold, but it is what it is, right? And especially when it comes to your hard-earned money or some type of inheritance that was left to you, it doesn't really matter. It's your money. You don't have to part with it. You're not required to take care of somebody else or their issues. Now, going on back to these details that you put in your About Me section that make you a target, you want to minimize those details so you can become less of a target. Because remember, online dating sites are populated by not just other people seeking people, but also scammers. I'm going to end it right there on that note. Do leave me some thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. The link to this will be in the description box. And as always, that's going to do it for this article and this video. I'll catch you in the next one.